Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Chris with West Virginia Homesteading Mama. Today is Saturday, August 27th. I had to go meet a couple girls with some things that I was selling since I am downsizing my crap, or not crap, but my junk, just so I don't have as much to dust. Things are not everything to me anymore. I would rather have the memories that I make with my children and my grandchildren. But I was out this morning and I ran by Dollar General just to see what I could find. I did need some ice trays, so when I go to squeeze my lemons and limes, I can freeze them into little cubes. So I'm going to take you down to the counter and show you what I got. I spent $20.78, so I didn't get a whole lot, but I did get quite a few things. Okay, I found these nice little ice trays that have the bottoms that you can push in. They were $1 a piece, so I got 4 of them, and that's to freeze lemon and lime juice in. I found these small bottles of Dawn dish detergent in the dollar aisle, so I picked up 2 Dawns. This Color Grabber Extra In-Wash Color Absorbers, don't know what's wrong with me this morning, was in the dollar aisle as well, and there's 12 of them in there. I found the triple antibiotic cream for $1 each, so I picked up 2 for the first aid kit. The Campbell's chicken noodle soups were for $1, and they are good through February of 24. I picked up 4 of those. I found these Starburst Pops. My grandkids like these. They were, let me see, $3 for that bag. Then I found, well, I got 2 liters of Sprite, 2 regular and 1 diet. And it was $2 a piece. And I saved $1.66 on them, which made them 3 for $5. But that is my receipt. You can see all my totals. I did pay cash, and I used my Dollar General rewards card. So that's it. That is everything that I got at Dollar General. Okay, guys, we are going to make some cinnamon rolls this afternoon. I have got a packet of instant yeast, 1/3 cup of very warm water, and 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and I'm letting that bloom. So while that's blooming, we are going to go ahead and get some of our other ingredients in our bowl. We're going to start with 1/2 cup of sugar. So we've got 1/2 cup of sugar in our bowl. We will set our sugar to the side now. Then we need 1/3 cup room temperature buttermilk. Always shake mine to make sure it's well blended. And give it the sniff test to make sure it's not bad. So there's our 1/3 cup of buttermilk. Now we need 1/2 cup of whole milk. We're gonna get the whole milk out. Okay, and that is 1/2 cup of whole milk. I'm putting the milk back in the refrigerator to keep it from getting too warm. Now we are going to get a spoon and I've moved my whole entire kitchen around yesterday and our pastry whisk. So I'm trying to get used to everything. We are going to blend our milk with our sugar. Okay, now we need 6 tablespoons of melted butter. I have my, I've got my butter here. I've got to melt it. This is the Mother's Choice butter from Azure Standard. So we are going to cut 6 tablespoons and then we are going to microwave that to get it melted. So we need a little bowl. I'm using one of my small Fiestaware bowls. So we need 6 tablespoons. And if you will notice right here on the butter, it has the tablespoons marked on it. So let's do 6, which you should only have about 2 tablespoons left. The Mother's Choice butter is, to me, it's the best butter around. I really like it. I normally order it by the case from Azure Standard. I think there's like 18 in it. And this is what it looks like. It's sweet cream butter. It's from Oregon, no added colors. And here are the ingredients: pasteurized cream and salt, and contains milk. That's it. Okay, while we're waiting on our butter to melt, we need 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And I have my canola oil in one of these bottles because I don't use it that much. There are 2 tablespoons. I'm usually using avocado or olive. I just don't use a whole lot of canola oil. Got a little piece of paper left on it. Okay, now we're going to put our melted butter in. Run some water in it. I'm going to whisk this together. Now we need 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I make my own homemade vanilla. I use vodka and vanilla beans. It calls for a tablespoon. I was fixing to put in a teaspoon. That's a half a tablespoon. Let's put in a little bit more for good measure. So there's our vanilla. Now we need 2 eggs. There's 1 and 2. Now we're going to blend these up. Now we need a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use some pink Himalayan salt. So there's our salt. Now we need a teaspoon of baking powder. There's our baking powder. And now we need 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I keep my flour in these nice, huge mason jars. I think this one is a 150 ounce one. So now we're going to add 4 cups of all-purpose. There's 1, 2, and I'm probably going to have to add more flour to my jar here, which is fine. We'll just use up all the old first. Yep. I have a bag right here that I have put in a Mylar bag. So we are just going to dump this in there. And this is a 1 gallon bag that has of Mylar. Okay, 1 gallon almost filled it completely up. Okay, now we'll use this smaller scoop to finish this one off since we need 1. So there's 3 and 4. There's our 4 cups of flour. Now we're going to mix all this up. Once we get all this mixed up, we're going to place it in a lightly greased bowl in a warm place. Good thing my hands are clean. Probably gonna have to knead this a little bit. I should have done this in my KitchenAid, but I did not. Didn't even think about it. All right. Just do this by hand. We just want it to form a ball. Last time I made these, I did use my mixer, but you know how it goes. Sometimes you just don't think about it. I don't know why I didn't think about it today. Okay, we're going to get all this mixed up. I'm probably just going to use this same bowl and put some oil in it to keep from dirtying another bowl. Get it all mixed together here. All right, let me wash my hands. Okay, let's get our canola oil back out. Take our dough, form it into a ball. A little bit better than what it was. Now we're just going to pour some canola oil in here and grease the pan. Or, sorry, grease my bowl. We're going to turn it. Now we're going to get some plastic wrap. Our plastic wrap out here. Get our oven turned down to 170 to heat. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It is sunny here in West Virginia, and it's supposed to be right at 90 degrees today. So it's just a gorgeous day. We still have our hardwood flooring to finish putting down. My husband had to work today, so we'll probably wait and work on it some more tomorrow. We're finally getting it down after over a month. So, I've been trying to film as we go. I can't really film while he's doing it. So, yeah, not made for TV. Okay, guys, I will bring you back as soon as it doubles. It'll be about an hour or so. Okay guys, I took out the dough and it is now, I have rolled it out. It still needs a little bit more rolling, so I'm going to do that right now. Let's roll it out a little bit more. We want it into a rectangle. I was getting it way too big going that way. And I realized that after I turned the camera off, I had forgotten to add my yeast to my dough. So I just ran it through my mixer for a little bit and corrected that problem, and it's still raised. So now we are going to mix a half a cup of butter in with our brown sugar and cinnamon. Mixing that all up. Now we are going to spread our filling over our dough. And you could actually melt the butter and spread your butter on here, but I have discovered that a lot of times it works better to mix it and then take a spreader and spread it out. And I always try to get it as close to all the edges as possible. And I did clean my work surface before I rolled this out onto it. getting this all the way down. And I did put a little extra cinnamon. Okay, I also need to get out my baking dish. So let's get that out now. And I'm going to spray it with some Pam. Okay, now you're going to roll it up till you get to the other end. Okay, now that we have it all rolled up, we're going to take our bread knife. Whoops, wrong knife. We're going to take our bread knife and we're going to cut them. You can also use kitchen twine if you have that. You're going to cut them about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. And we're going to put them in the pan touching. We'll go ahead and cut all of them. I'm making these for my grandkids for Sunday morning breakfast. My daughter and her husband and their 3 kids come over every Sunday for breakfast. So we are going to put these all in here. Sometimes you might have to go back and just cut the end. Okay, it looks like we're going to have 2 left, so we are going to put those into another dish. We're going to put them in a cake pan. Make sure you spray that. And actually, so these have more room to spread out. I'm going to take some from the other pan. That way they have lots of room to spread out. Okay, we're going to heat our oven at 350 degrees. And then we'll stick these in. But here is what they look like before they're baked. All right, I'll bring you back when they're done. You'll bake them at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes until they're done. Okay, we are getting ready to make the frosting. I have got 1/4 cup of melted butter. Now it calls for 4 ounces of cream cheese. I have, I think it's an 8-ounce container. Yes, it is an 8-ounce container, so I'm going to cut it in half. And we will use half of it. Okay, so we've got the half of cream cheese that we're opening up here. Okay, there's our cream cheese. Now we also need 2 to 4 tablespoons of milk. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course I ran milk all the way down the side. Now we need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. But I'm going to go ahead and do a whole teaspoon. Now we need a pinch of salt. Oh, here they are. I have some little measuring spoons that have a pinch, a smidgen, and a dash. So we're going to use the pinch. We're going to put some pink Himalayan salt in it. Okay, we are going to bring this up and start creaming it together. Now we're going to go ahead and add in a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. We're going to do this a 1/2 cup at a time. Just to hopefully not make a ginormous mess. Stop it, add another 1/2 cup. Okay. We need to scrape that big chunk of cream cheese off my blade. Let's get a spatula and do that. You want all that cream cheese goodness in your icing. Scrape down the wall or the side of it. Okay. Now we're going to add in the last 1/2 cup. Stop it, and I'm going to lower it and scrape down the side of the bowl. Our cinnamon rolls are almost done. That is the finished product of the icing. We're now just waiting on the cinnamon rolls to get done.